Oh no, you can't hear me. Thanks, guys. Oh gosh, no matter what, I mean, one thing that's consistent about these shows is one thing always seems to go wrong, at least from a technical standpoint. But want to welcome you guys, episode 21 of ChanmanV's Pro Corner, where pro gamers come and show us how it's done. And tonight we have another Zerg on. I know this is last two have been Zergs, but Zerg nights, but we're kind of continuing it with our guest ROOTSlush tonight, who I'm really excited to have on because I've been wanting to ask Paul about ROOTSlush about a lot of his strategies because they're always very aggressive, and I just really wanted to know like kind of the logic behind a lot of it. And he's got a very unique style, and he does so well. I mean, I think he's had like a several top 10 finishes at MLG, and it's funny because when everybody's discussing MLGs, after they've kind of post discussion, it's always like, where'd Slush come from? How did he finish top 10 or top 8 or whatever? So he's a fantastic Zerg, and it'll be really fun tonight to really pick his brain about a lot of his strategies. So at this time, let me pull him on, and we can start asking him these questions. Let's see. Let's switch over here. Paul, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, buddy. You're on the show. You're a little quiet, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a weird sound card, and I don't have a microphone.
Okay, that's okay. Let me try turning you up from my end. That'll probably be good. All right, try saying something now.
1, 2 test.
All right, that should be better, right, guys? On the stream, that should be better, right? Okay, so welcome to the show. If you guys don't know, Slush actually played the King of the Hill on Friday, and was one game from $100. Rocker just put the hammer down, unfortunately. But I appreciate you playing in the King of the Hill.
It was fun. Thanks.
No problem. But so yeah, I was telling these guys just I've been anxious to get you on the show and actually pick your brain a little bit about your strategies because I feel like at least from the North American standpoint, you do have kind of a unique style, more of an aggressive style actually, and I think I'm really excited to really get to ask you and find out like kind of what your logic is behind all of it, and hopefully we'll get a sense of that with some of the replays and having you walk us through some live games. But so start off actually, what have you been up to actually? Because I know you don't stream, or do you stream at all? Actually,
I stream, not a lot, but I do stream. It's just on Twitch TV/slush.
So. Oh, okay, great. So what have you been up to? Like, what's the next tournament you'll be playing?
It's probably gonna be MLG, the first MLG, and then IPL. I don't know if the location has been announced yet, but yeah. Pretty much I play every major tournament in North America.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay, great. Well, we're excited. We'll be looking for you. I actually had the pleasure of going to Orlando last year, so hopefully I can make a few more of the
Nice.
MLGs this year and maybe meet up with you. That'd be pretty cool. Meet you in person. It's always fun. But why don't we just start? Why don't we hop into the game and start going over some of these great replays? So for viewers, what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to have Slush do some replay analysis of 3 of them, 2 being ZVT and 1 being ZVP, and hopefully we'll get it. Obviously Paul or Slush will walk us through his builds and just kind of why he's doing certain things and his decision making, that kind of thing. So once we're done with those replays, we'll have him play some live games, and hopefully Slush can walk us through those just while playing a live game, and hopefully we won't be too distracting, and he can still own whoever he's playing, right?
Alright.
But okay, so I'm in the game now.
Which one?
Why don't we start with what do you think? You think the spades one is a good starter?
Okay.
Yeah, why don't we start with the ZVT with spades, and let me switch over the view over to Starcraft. There we go. And
Okay,
actually,
I'm in the game.
I'm gonna have to change my Team Liquid status here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so why don't we go to 2 minutes, since nothing usually happens in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then from there, well, why don't we go just faster through this game? This game's pretty short, so I think there are a lot of good things to go through in
I'm
this
at
one.
2 minutes.
Okay, so let's go to faster, and let's start in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so it looks like you're starting with a 15 hatch.
No, that's 14. I'm
Okay,
one of
14.
the rare people to do it.
Okay, cool, great.
Obviously, you lose one larva from your main hatchery, but you gain one larva from your natural hatchery.
Oh, wow,
So
okay.
it's pretty much the same thing, except get creep faster on my natural. I can get a queen faster on the natural.
Right.
And since I have this larva really available as soon as I can, then I can have a ling in case of a 2-rack opening. So
Oh, I see. Okay, so it's safer in your opinion.
yeah, it's safer,
okay.
maybe a little bit less economically, but it's safer.
Right.
And then I follow up with the 14 pool. So it's 14, 14.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I get those lings out faster. That's good.
Yeah. I opened I have 2 builds actually versus turn.
Right.
The roach opening and this build. This build is a queen, 4 queens opening.
Okay. Actually, do you mind pausing it right now?
Yeah, sure.
I should have probably asked you before we started, but I kind of wanted to get a sense, just to kind of frame like some of these replays, just get a sense of what your thoughts are on ZVT right now and what your strategies are generally. I kind of was talking about just how aggressive you are in general, but I kind of wanted to get a sense just from a high level standpoint as to what your feelings are in ZVT and like do you feel like you have to pressure early and like kind of why and that kind of thing.
Field ZVT, you need 1 more base than the Terran always.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really stay on 2 base. It's there's not a good chance for you to win. And I don't know, ZVT is pretty tough. I think I've been trying to avoid banelings, depending on the position and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I feel more comfortable with the Ling Infestor into Broodlore, but sometimes I go Ling Baneling and surprise my opponent with it, and it's just different play style. And I think
Right.
this game I use Banelings, and I'll show you how I play with the Banelings. It's pretty different
Okay.
from the other people, I think.
Okay, great. Why don't we get started again in 3,
All right.
2, 1, go. All right, pretty, except for the 14-14, pretty standard here. Of course, he's not going to let you see anything on this map.
Yeah,
So I hate this map.
I scout him last, and that's why I use the 4 queens opening. If I scout him first and I see a gas opening, and I'll go roach. If I don't see a gas,
I see.
I can go 4 queens. When I'm not sure, like if I just get my vision, I don't know what he's doing, so I just go 4 queens.
I see. So it sounds like you prefer. So do you still build a spine?
No.
Okay, so you prefer the unit kind of defense against the
Yeah.
Hellions versus.
Well, if I use
Got it.
roach, I'm not gonna build a spine. If I use queens, I might, depending on if I see get more Hellions, more and more Hellions.
Right.
But two queens generally is fine. Yeah, to block the ramp and stuff like that.
Right. Okay. Cool. That's
So-
good to note.
So right now I just confirmed that he's going Hellions, a reactor opening. So just get more queens. So the 4 queens is just get a creep spread,
Right.
really good, and
How much of this game is? I mean, obviously you know Brian, you know Spades really well.
yeah.
Is this pretty much your standard though? Standard play here, or is it a little you metagaming him at all here, or?
No, I'm not.
Okay, great.
I'm not metagaining.
Okay, great. That's perfect. Then.
Pretty standard, yeah.
Yeah. Because you know he's not going to attack early.
Yeah, since I confirmed he has Zillion, the spine is pretty much you need it, I think.
Right. So yeah, so it seems to say before. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna see what happens here with the Hellions before I ask you. Okay.
So I just blocked the ramp with the 3rd queen and 2 queens.
Gotcha.
I guess chasing the Hellions.
Right. So I noticed that it's kind of turning into standard to not use one of the first 2 larva injects you know, don't actually use it on the tumor? Because I remember before, like you used one inject and then tumor with the other.
Yeah.
What's the thinking there? Just to get those extra couple larvae? Or have you always done that?
If
Actually,
I go roach, I'll sometimes just use one inject and the other queen creep tumor. Get creep faster, and then since the roaches cost more, you need less larvae, I guess.
oh, I see.
If I use queens and lings, I'll use more injects.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
So since I have no idea what he's doing, I'm putting a roach warren down. This is in case he goes a lot of hellions. Like if he has 8 hellions, even if I have 4 queens, I just die. So
Right.
I'd rather put roach warren down and a 3rd hatchery.
Right, just to be safe. That's cool. That's smart. But you have no intentions of really going roach. It's just purely
I'll
defensive.
go maybe like a couple of roach just to push the creep.
Oh, okay, yeah, to kind of chase off the hellions. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gosh, those rocks are so annoying on this map.
Yeah.
It's only for Zerg, 'cause Zerg needs that 3rd so much faster. So.
So double Evo chamber, that's really standard for me, and the Baneling Nest is just in case because I haven't scouted him yet. Pretty much I know he's fast expanding, but because he didn't show more than 2 to 4 aliens.
Okay, so he's come into pressure with those, first 8 Marines, it's say? Oh, actually, it looks more like 10 and 2 medevacs.
Yeah.
Oh, 13
yeah,
actually.
It's like 13 Marines.
Yeah.
But I'm fine.
So you know he's...
My upgrades are good timing.
Oh, I see. Oh, yes.
And 3 roach is enough to like stall him.
Well, you don't have the upgrades quite yet, right?
Well, now I have speedling.
Oh yeah, speedling. Okay, right, gotcha. Yep. And was he intending to do much damage there? I mean, he was just kind of... I mean,
that's a poking thing. It's just to prevent the creep, and he gets free units sometimes if he pick up his marine faster.
Right.
He should have gone with the Hellions with it. Would have been better.
Yeah.
So that was a slight mistake for him.
Yeah, he didn't lose many lings there.
Yeah, but I lost my creep tumor towards his towards the main expansion, the middle expansion.
Okay, so you kind of have a mixture of Roach, Ling, Bane here. Just enough Banes, right? Just to land one.
Yeah, it's just enough to defend the standard push. I know he's not taking tanks because of the fast attacks. It's all on safe for early game.
Okay, well, it's a good thing you made those other 5 Banes there. I was wondering. Okay, so he's on creep, which is really good for you.
Yeah, now I can flank with that.
There you go, yep.
But
I misclicked. He misclicked onto your creep.
yeah.
I mean, you're gonna catch him. I mean, it wasn't like you was gonna kill them all.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so next it sounds like did it sound like your Spire just finished there, or yep.
Yeah, Spire finished just to prevent drops. I'm not a fan of mass muta. Obviously, I try to get all my tech as far away from the drops, so that's why everything is at my natural expansion, like all my tech, Spire, layer, etc.
So I noticed you have all your lings just out on the map right now, and obviously clearing some rocks that you think will be helpful in the future. But is there any other reason for them? Just well, actually, you see the drop now, so you're coming back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is where the muta is good, just to chase the medevacs.
Right. Gotcha.
Prevent him from picking up.
You might actually think that he might actually start throwing up a ton of turrets too, right? Which would be really great for you too.
Like right now, I see he's getting 1 turret in his main.
Right. Okay, so what are you heading towards right now? Are you heading towards
Ling upgrades, and this game I use Banelings, and I'll go work towards Brood Lords. This is my ultimate goal.
Right.
Brood Lords and Fester are obviously really good, so that's my ultimate goal in the matchup.
I noticed you use I've seen some games where you use Burrow some in this matchup. When do you typically get it? Because I know it varies, amongst a lot of Zergs as to when they get it.
Yeah, depending on the map, I like to burrow at the expansions to force him to scan.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when I don't use Baneling, I actually get a Baneling nest and just use burrow Banelings, and I go Ling Infestor behind it. So it's just burrow Banelings and Ling Infestor behind. Yeah, because if the Banelings are not really good if you don't have the hook, like
Right.
the upgrade from the Banelings.
Right.
So it's kind of like a big investment. So I just like to get 6 to 8 Banelings just for burrow Banelings and force them to scan. And sometimes I can catch like a ton of Marines. And
Right.
stuff like
When
that.
so you get it pretty late. So you still don't have it yet. So is it one of the last things you get? I guess.
Maybe this game I didn't feel it was useful because
Yeah.
I could borrow like the top links that I have in case he tries to ninja expand, but it's pretty far away from his
Yeah, it
from his
is.
base,
That's
so
true.
it's really unlikely for him to expand there. So I'm expecting a 3 base push from him and not more than that.
Right. No, that's so interesting. I mean, sometimes you can just tell what the strategy is going to be just based on, the map, right? This map is obviously a 3-base
Yeah,
map. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
It's really hard for him to get a 4 base since I have a lot of creep in the middle and stuff like that. So I pretty much force him to just attack me with 3 base. So if I can hold to like 4 base, maybe 5 in the future, that would be good for me.
Right. So as a Zerg, do you ever like basically think of maps like that? I mean, I know there's some maps that are 2-base kind of maps, but like this
Yeah.
map, would you ever think of like just 3-base and let's go kind of thing,
Well, for him, yes, not for me.
but not for Zerg, right? Okay.
No. For Zerg, I like some 2 base timing and then expand after.
Right.
But 3 base timing are not good enough. I think it's better to get 3 base and tag towards Broodlords. So my technique with Banelings is just not use all my army. I just use a couple of links to force his link to retreat and some Banelings. So my goal here is to kill as much tanks as I can, as many tanks as I can. And I never use all my army, just a couple of links every time and a couple of Banelings every time.
Okay, so you segment them, I see.
Yeah, so that pretty much forced him every time to siege, and every time I killed Marines and...
Right. And then he thinks he's killed them all, so he rushes in, right? Oh, I gotcha. That's so good.
I still have links, Baneling behind always. So he's... Like right now he only has 2 tanks, and that's the thing. I force him to get like sacrifice.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so you're going in waves. That's pretty neat. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're just, obviously once the one wave's gone, you've refilled it with your once the larva basically pops. So
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. And when I think he doesn't have enough to kill me, then I
just
send
go in.
my whole army.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, and of course this whole time you're injecting and macroing perfectly. So got so many lings and banes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I like that technique.
So that game was working towards Greatest Spire, I think, and I think it was done already. I don't know. I left the replay, but
I think was it done? Let me see. Yeah, it was done actually.
Okay, yeah.
And you're just
getting
3-3 right now.
upgrade.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of want to pick your brain a little bit about that last comment about the waves. I think that's really cool, but I kind of want to get your opinion. Just kind of talk about how is that versus the if you swung like half of your army around the back and just kind of converged all at once, and you really it's just that it's basically one engagement, and it goes well, then awesome, and obviously you'll probably push in and do some damage, but if you lose it, obviously that's usually terrible for the Zerg, right? That's pretty much the situation. Do you actually think the wave technique is better than that kind of multi-angle one engagement?
I think since I was working towards attack, like I was working towards Broodlords, I think it's better to wave, just to stall him to like pretty much trade army,
right,
and force him to like remake Marines, tanks, etc. when I work towards Broodlords. If I was stuck on low tech, I think the flank could be better, because obviously you're stuck in Link Baneling Muta. So what you want to do is just kill him. You don't want to like stall the game as long as you want.
Right. Okay, great. That's cool. Yeah, hopefully We gotta try that sometime. That's because a lot of times, it's just like one engagement for me, and it's like if I win it, then obviously it's still rolling for me. But if I lose it, then I'm just dead. So that's usually what happens to me, and probably a lot of other viewers out there.
And it's pretty hard to like control your banelings on two fronts.
Right.
Like it's easy to like just A move, but if you A move, sometimes they get on the tanks, and that's pretty terrible for you. So it's hard to like micro banelings on two fronts and try to hit the Marines. So.
Yeah, that's my problem. I usually have a hard time spacing it correctly, because that army's moving, right? So it's like if it's not properly spaced, and you're just piecemealing it, right? So
yeah.
Okay, so while we're on ZVT, why don't we just do the Moro ZVT on the same map?
All right.
In Toon Valley, and same deal. Why don't we fast forward it to 2 minutes?
Okay.
And we could probably do 2x this one, since this one's pretty long.
Yeah.
But this will be good because we can actually see. Actually, you played this one a little bit differently in the beginning, so this is probably your other opening that you were talking about.
Yeah. All right, faster X2. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
So same thing, 14 hatch.
Okay.
I know Moro likes to rack sometimes, so that's why I scouted the middle with my drone first, the watchtowers. Then I see the gas opening, and this is where I go normally roach.
Right, and then not the 4 queen kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Ice Fisher-ish type of style. Okay, got it.
And spawning pool always in the front. I don't like to get in and back. If he drops in your mineral lines, you want your mineral lines to be as clear as possible for your lings to get a good surround on Marines. If you put it behind, you can get it sniped, or you can the Marines can get a good shield, I guess.
Right.
They just block everything. So.
Okay, that's good. It's good to know. Okay, so with Roach, you don't actually get any spine in the front.
No.
And
I build the Roach run as soon as my second queen pops out.
Okay, so actually, now that you are going Roach, your intention is to build Roaches early here, right? And
yeah, I want usually between 3 to like 6 Roaches.
Okay.
To push and to defend the map, the Hellion. So.
Okay, so your Rooks are just about out. You got a few
I was
there.
a little bit off in timing. I think he gets a few drones, but I get the 2 Hellions, so it's fine for me.
So it looks like you're pushing back here. Is that
Yeah, that's pretty standard for me. I want to scout what he's doing.
Right.
So since I saw him with his 2 Hellion again, it was pretty annoying from him.
Right. Okay, so you're gonna try to do what little damage? Okay, so just poke up the ramp and come back.
Yeah, get a Marine and a SCV.
Yeah.
That's fine. And I see his deck. I see that the factory was out of the reactor.
Yeah.
So I know he's not going mech. I know he has a racks on the reactor.
And that's the only thing you're checking for right now. You're just checking to make sure he's not going 3 fac.
Some people are greedy and get the orbital command at the bottom. Sometimes I go all in versus that. I can go Roach into Baneling.
Right, I saw you do that on Friday.
It's pretty good versus people who like expand really, really quick.
When you do that, do you go straight for the main though when you attack, or?
I attack if he lifts, then I go straight to the main.
Okay, so you go for the third first, and then you go for that third first, and then you push into the natural.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so now he's got tanks, Marauder, and Marines. Obviously, it's a very good army against kind of Roach,
he has a good
Roach-centric
defensive position right now, so I just work on my creep, work on my tech, upgrades, everything.
And the whole time you've been droning pretty hard, so...
Yeah, and I saw the 3rd command center, so I took my 3rd earlier.
Right.
And I have a pretty good worker lead, so...
So at what point do you decide to take a 4th? I've always kind of, for me, it's just like whenever I have enough money, it's kind of a weird decision. But for you guys, obviously, your money's spent so diligently. Like, when is the timing for the 4th in this situation?
Like right now is a good timing, I think. I think I have my drone ready to take a 4th. I'm not sure why I didn't put the hatchery right now.
There you
I don't know if I was busy to do something. Oh, there you go.
Well, I must be ahead of you. What time are you on?
I'm at 12:08, 12:15 right now.
Okay, let me wait a second, then... Okay, go, now. It's always just a little out of sync. Okay, so
Yeah.
now you got
So
fire.
yeah, this game is Broodlord Infestor lanes, and you push in the middle. Obviously, I have a few banelings.
Okay,
I don't want to make more than that. It's just to go with my army.
right. So just to defense this, you just...
Yeah, it's just to defend because
it.
my infestor was just a little bit late. It's a good like safety thing. If he gets a lot of medevacs, it's good to have a few banelings.
Right. And again, he's sitting on your
too many.
creep, so you know exactly what he's got.
Yeah,
Crazy. Okay.
and I think he's still sitting on my creep. I think I decided to move to attack him at one point. Yeah.
So can you mind pausing it real quick?
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, you know, obviously one decision you could have made there, just given where he was set up, is you could have countered into his base. And I kind of wanted to ask you, like, when do you decide to actually engage that kind of army versus just go and counter his base?
I knew he had a wall at his base, so counter was pretty much out of question for me.
Oh, I see.
He was sitting on my creep, obviously, and I had a few infestor that was popping out, so I thought it was a good idea to just attack him. My lings, the lings on creep just teleport. They're so fast.
Right.
So as soon as I kill like the first line of defense for him, I like the lings teleport to like the next target. I think they're just so fast.
Right.
So I think it was a good engagement for me with pretty much trade army. At the same time, though, he dropped my fourth base.
Yes, and he's
which
probably going to take
kind
it
of
out.
sucked for me. Yeah. But my greatest fire is almost done, so I was not too worried about it.
Yeah, so talk to me about kind of the state of the game. Whenever you lose, like you just wiped out his army, right? And now he's going to take out your fourth, so you're actually just down to 6 gas again.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel? Like, do you feel like you're ahead still, just because you've gotten to the Greater Spire, or do you feel like it's even, or maybe he's a little bit ahead because he's on the same number of bases as you?
I feel the game is pretty much even. I crushed his army, but he killed my infestor. I think he targeted with his tanks my infestors. So we pretty much reset the army. That's sometimes really good for the Zerg because he still has to make a more siege tank. So,
which is
like
slow. Yeah,
everything is going to be delayed. Like, it's more gas for him to spend instead of Vikings and stuff like that. So. I know I'm ahead in tech, but I'm behind economically. So I'm not too worried because obviously I'm ahead in tech. So that's
you can just double expand off of this too, right? Because you know you're not.
Exactly.
You know he's got no army, so you're pretty much safe.
my main is not depleted yet. Still have some minerals there. Right. So as long as I have 3 mining bases, I'm fine with it. If I was on 2 bases right now, I would be pretty nervous though. So
I see. Okay, great. Why don't we start it back up? 3,
right.
2, 1, go. There's that fourth. Of course, the wall makes you come back. Of course.
So I come back.
So at this part, are you thinking, okay, just don't allow him to get a 4th base, so maybe I can kind of starve him, or are you just, you're just waiting to get your economy just in
normally when he gets a 4th base, this is where I go with Blue Lords.
Okay.
And sometimes I crush a lot of a turn like that.
Right.
But this game, since he killed my infestor, that was pretty good for him to like target my infestors with his tanks. So and he killed my fort, so I'm really low on gas, and I can just afford the Blue Lords, like nothing else more. Like right now I just have 4 Blue Lords and 4 infestors. I can push with it, but it's pretty risky. Like it's not much. If he splits well his Marines, and I lose like my Lings.
So how do you defend against the drops during all this? Because he has that one medevac that's just being incredibly annoying.
Yeah, I was low on gas. Normally I get like just a spades game. I get 6 to 8 meters just to control the air.
Gotcha.
That game, I guess I was working towards Blue Lord faster than normal. So normally, as soon as he pushed the middle, I just want to push him back.
Right.
I don't want him to get the middle.
Yeah, especially when he's unsieged, you're just getting free
Yeah, as soon as
tanks
he's on
basically.
siege, obviously I move my lings.
Right.
You siege back.
No, that's so important. You can't just send your lings and just waste that army.
Yeah.
That DPS, I mean, that DPS is so good. Okay, so you're definitely getting the better of these exchanges, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And for you, is this the push you think is going to win the game, or?
No, he has a fort and he's a pretty good macro player. And at the same time, my fort base was getting attacked.
Right, with the drop. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, barely survived. Wow.
But at that point, I knew I did so much damage that I'm ahead, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
He's struggling. I killed a lot of SCV as his third. But I know he still has a planetary at his fourth, so he's not out of the game yet.
Right.
And Moro has a pretty sick macro. He's really good macro player, so.
So why did you choose those hatches around the map like that? I kind of.
Since it was dropping everywhere, I just wanted to like.
Oh wow.
Hide some hatchery in the map, and because like at that point when I picked the hatchery, I knew he had like a midovax around the map.
Right. So let's pause it for a second.
Yeah.
So now he's obviously transitioned to Ghost, right?
Yeah.
Ghost actually looks like Ghost Viking, very Ghost Viking centric. What do you like to do against Ghosts?
Versus Ghost Vikings, you can see me. I'm gonna tech switch to Ling Baneling pretty much always.
Right.
Because Ghost so much gas and Viking so much gas, he's not gonna make a lot of siege tanks. So you can see that his army right now is like he has no siege tanks at all.
Exactly.
So this is why the Ling Baneling composition with a few infestors, if you can fungal like his Ghost and
just
get all the Banelings in it, yeah,
right.
it's
just to keep
damage.
him still. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize how how powerful Ling Bane is against a lot of the late game compositions for Terran. So
people sometimes see Ghosts, but they just keep making Brood Lords and
Infestors,
and they die. So it's like they're like, oh, Ghost is OP, but it's because he did like the
you built the wrong unit.
Exactly.
Yeah, gotcha.
Like the hard counter to Ghost is Ling Baneling. So.
Right. Okay, awesome. Let's start it back up. 3,
right.
2, 1, go. Okay, fighting off that drop. That one drop is so actually this is a different one, right?
Yeah, this is different.
It just seems like the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're obviously harassing that fourth. Oh, it just sniped it.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
With the flame.
Man, that was really good for you. And you can instantly just rebuild because you got bank there. Ling Bane is so cheap too. That's the beauty of it. Yeah. And this is kind of where you like it just non-stop attacking, right? Kind of thing, or no? It looks like you stopped for a second here.
I stopped because he was arresting me with his drop.
Oh yes. Right. You still have a good number of infestors here.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't use much infestor.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. You had you had 10 to start with, actually. Yeah.
And obviously, I kill a planetary with infested Terrans.
Right. And you're still holding them to that fourth, so. And you're on 1, 2, 3, 4. You're like on 3.5 mining bases here.
Yeah. I always try to keep like at least 3 mining base.
Right. And right here, you're just trying to be patient, right? You're just trying to like. Whenever he tries to take his fifth, you'll punish him for it.
Yeah, and right now I try to be cost efficient and I try to prevent him from getting a 5th base.
Got it.
And he knows that, so that's why he's trying to get the 5th. And I think right now I just EMP all my infestors. And this is where I think he come back in the game. This is where he's like.
Just
like
killed
that EMP on my infestor just
they're pretty much worthless.
Destroyed me.
Yeah,
it really destroyed me. So I was like, now I'm losing like my bottom base. So right now the game resets again. Like I had a huge lead when I killed his fort.
But in a way you didn't really want those infestors, right?
Well, you don't want to lose them.
Yeah, I
It's
mean, you don't
a
want to
lot of
waste
gas,
them. I
but
mean, sure,
yeah.
you want to get some value from it, but
Because right now I have like 5k gas, and this is the problem where
oh, that's true.
the minerals, for example, my main depletes faster. The minerals deplete faster than the gas. So
Mm.
sometimes you get to like 4 or 5 base uh, worth of gas, but just 3 of minerals.
Yeah, so
And
you
since
kind of have to build investors.
yeah, and
Yeah,
since he went for ghosts, I'm forced to go Ling and Bane Ling, and it doesn't cost any gas almost.
right.
So
Yeah, it's very
I'm paying
mineral heavy. It's true.
6,000 gas right now. So
Oh
as soon as I
man.
kill Ghost, my goal is to come back to Broodlords.
Right. Yeah, where's your
So I
partner where you
just
can give gas to him?
yeah.
Uh,
But right now I know I have like so much gas that I'm not gonna worry about gas anymore.
mhm.
For
So
the game.
you're still focused on? Are you focused on just taking out the army at this point, or are you focused on taking out the bases?
I'm focused to like harassing his fifth base
Right, I see
because
that.
like I drop infested turret over and over, and
Gosh, you've got like almost 200 lings. That's awesome.
yeah, he's
Do
pretty
you ever just
annoying
consider just
because,
morphing them all into Bane?
um, that still costs a lot of money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. That's true.
So I want to avoid.
Minerals.
I just want to be like cost efficient.
Right.
Like at that point, I stopped mining gas. Well, I didn't put the gas.
Okay, so I like this Ling. Oh wow! Oh my goodness! There's like 10
yeah,
tanks
this is
sitting
where
in
I saw like
space.
the 10 tanks.
Holy
and
crap!
This is where I'm like, oh shit, he switched back to tanks. So this is my cue to like go back
Broodlords.
to Broodlords exactly.
Got it. Oh, this is such a good game.
Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
pretty good for him to like
Yeah.
buy the tanks right now. But he can't really do much. Like he can't really push in the middle. He just doesn't have a big enough army to do it. But I don't have a big enough army to like
To take
kill
you out
his siege
either.
position. Yeah, to kill him.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting scenario. I mean, it's usually where the Terrans have to use planetary fortresses really to create a wall, right? Because they
Exactly.
don't have their armies just can't spread like
Yeah,
that
but
far.
it's gonna be
right?
so hard for him to like get more than this 5 base.
Right. Yeah, this map's so big. Yeah.
Yeah, because I can counter the main. I can do pretty much anything. Like right now, like you said, I have so much gas and minerals that I just suicide banelings on planetary fortress.
Right. You mind pausing a second?
Yeah.
So when do you make the decision to blow up planetary fortresses with Banes? Because, I mean, is it only when they're purely in a defensive position like he is? You know he's not going to be pushing you, right? Like, in retaliation to it? But, or is it more just, yeah, you just know that you're building like a crap load of crap behind it?
You need 2 things. You need to have more, either more bank than him, so more minerals in the bank, or have a better economy than him. And the second thing is, I know his 4th base is almost mined out by then, because mine is mined out and he has mule.
Right.
So I know his 4th base is almost mined out. So I'm like, without his 5th base, he's gonna be mineral starved. So I thought it was a good idea since I have a lot of money.
Right.
So at that point, I didn't know he had so little money. If I knew, obviously I would just attack over and over again.
Right.
But
right.
sometimes I do that, and he has so much bank that he keep producing marines, and then I lose my eco advantage. So Maro is pretty good micro player, and his money is always low. So that's why I should have figured out, but. By then, he was still harassing me with nukes.
Right.
And when Terran do that, they sometimes they have bank money. So I thought he had still like maybe 2k banked up, but turns out he didn't.
Right. Exactly. Okay, great. Let's finish this out.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go. And you're not going back to Broods, but that's because you killed
No.
quite a bit of stuff, I guess, in that last attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, I thought he would push out, so that's why I built Ling right away. I was pretty sure he was like going all in. But at that point, he had the bottom right expansion, and my Lings and my Infestor didn't scout it.
Yeah, they're like
Uh,
spitting distance from him.
yeah, I think I realized at one point when I saw like the glowing minerals, and that's why he was staying in the game.
Right. Is there a
He was
technique that you recommend for defending against like this kind of this nuking style? Just like overseers at every base, that kind of thing.
Yeah, overseers,
Okay.
infestors, a couple of Lings.
Cool.
Obviously, if you have spines, spore, that's the best.
Right. Nice fungals there. Oh man, this ghosts are so expensive for him too. He's got like no money.
Yeah.
It's pretty much GG here right now, right?
Yeah, right now it's GG, but I don't know at that point. Like the strength of a good player is to not show weakness when he has weakness.
Oh, I see.
And because right now it's hard for me to like scout what he has behind as a siege tank line.
Right.
Like I can't really go with like an overlord. It's just gonna snipe me with it, or with like he already has like some Viking and stuff. So
right.
When I discovered the 5th base, I immediately kill it. But then again, he took the 5th base again.
And now it looks like you're setting up to backing off a little bit.
Yeah, right now I think this is where I switched to Blue Lords again.
Yeah, it looks like you're just trying to contain him here.
Yeah, I'm trying to like free up some supply, I think.
Right.
I'll try to do that soon.
So any thoughts of running in just into the main here with like your top force?
I could, but he has tanks there.
Yeah, he does.
So
What
if
does
I
he?
send like
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, just at least some of them. Why when you?
if I send like some Link scouting, it's gonna deny. So I don't really know. He has a wall, so
right.
I could do it. Like it's.
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
Minerals.
Wondering
Yeah, I
if
could
it's
do it obviously, but there was so much going on in that game. Like he was dropping ghosts constantly. I was pretty much trying to deny the mineral at his bottom base all the time.
Right. No, that probably was the most important thing. It's just the economics of it all.
Yeah, and now I just wanted to finish him off, so I built like a line of sport fodder to fall back on.
Nice. Right.
In case he has Vikings.
Oh yeah, that's smart. Yeah.
And I built I don't know, 20 Blue Lord stuff.
Yeah.
And he scans me, so this is my cue to go. Like he saw me, so.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. I mean, those spores and those spines almost act as supply, right? So.
Yeah.
So you fall back here.
And even if he has like 20 kills.
Yeah, you've got that Broodlord count at this point.
Yeah. That's too many Blue Lords for me.
Yeah. And you didn't get an MP on your Confessors too, so.
Yeah,
it's GG there. Oh, here's the miracle. It's going for the miracle, nuke.
But like, I went off 7k minerals to like 2k minerals to summon Broodlord, so it takes a lot of bank to build that kind of army.
Right.
And to reinforce right away with Lings.
I see. So it takes about 5k.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't realize it took that much. But you built like 13 brutes here, so that's pretty darn strong army.
Like versus Ghost, you need either 20 brutes, something like that, or you need Link Baneling. So this is why I choose the Link Baneling at first. It's less costly, I guess. And
it's dictated a little bit by the tanks too.
Sorry?
It was dictated a little bit by the tank count too.
Yeah, exactly. Like I knew I killed all these tanks with the first initial attack.
Right.
And at that point, when I secured my right bases, so going back to Blue Lord is good because a good counter to Blue Lords are drops, and if you secure your bases, then you can go Blue Lords again.
Right. So in these long games, I wasn't really paying attention to some of the cam work, but do you continue injecting like with queens when you have this many hatches?
if I can,
Okay.
because it's still hard.
Oh, I know it's hard. I wasn't even sure if it's efficient too, because a lot of people use their queens, right? In
Yeah, I should have
as
bring my queens with my Lice attack with the Broodlords. But yeah, injecting at that point, I had so many larvae that can remax on infestorlings
right.
almost instant.
Why can't
And
why
with
can't I have this many hatches in the beginning of the game, so I can miss injects?
yeah,
But okay, that's cool. Yeah, I've always kind of I've never really done the math, to really see if it's worth keeping queens or not when you have like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You probably have like 12 hatches at this point. So
yeah,
um, okay, great. No, that was a great game. Lots of good things to talk about in that game. I think.
yeah. And the series we played was
Oh,
2 games of 49 minutes. I mean,
I know we have the other one, but I'm
so
not
that was
sure.
pretty exhausting, and I was after that game. Oh, I was so relieved.
Right after that game, it's like okay, ZVZ time.
Because the first game was on Antigua, and Antigua is the same thing, like Turtles with the metal.
Oh, totally.
And
Yeah.
oh my god, it was painful to play.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
All right, so okay, that's replay number 2. Let's do a ZVP. Kind of switch it up and do a ZVP here,
All right.
and kind of the same thing. Like, what are your thoughts on ZVP right now?
ZVP is my worst matchup by far.
Oh wow.
I always play and practice with players that do tricky stuff. And for example, Kiwikaki is one of them that I play a lot
Oh
against.
gosh.
And
Yeah, the trickiest
I
of all.
yeah, and I play kind of standard, and that's good for him because he practice against standard play. But for me, I practice against Courier, Mothership, 2 Stargate, Void Ray stuff, and it's like it's so hard to like build a good build order
Yeah.
on that kind of play. So I'm I'm a little bit lost. But since Axlab joined,
Oh
he's
yes,
the guy who
he's
plays the
perfect.
standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good Protoss standard player. Really good mind about the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Definitely.
had some good games against him, and I developed a build around a standard Protoss style, and I think that's a replay I sent you.
Yeah, Axlab definitely likes to open with that Stargate opening, but yeah, he's such a clean player, you know what I mean? It's actually a really good person to practice with.
Yeah, and since the Muta are more and more popular, and with the new change of the patch with the Phoenix getting 2+2 range upgrade,
Right.
I think we're gonna see more and more Phoenixes
Oh
in the
gosh,
play.
yeah.
So I think we're gonna see more and more Stargate opening. Obviously, I think Protoss, their goal are gonna be Forge Fast Expand opening with the Stargate and scout around the map. And as soon as they see Aspire and stuff like that, they're gonna build the Fleet Beacon and the upgrade and keep on like 6 to maybe 8 Phoenixes max, and they can just kite your Muta around all day long. So the build I showed you, I don't know, are we at 2 minutes or?
Oh yeah, we are at 2 minutes. Let me switch back to the screen. I was like, switch back to while we were
Oh, that's
talking.
fine.
Okay, yeah. Why don't we get started? Why don't we just run it faster?
Yeah, that's a pretty short game, but
Yeah.
it's I'm gonna explain everything that is following up to the build I'm making.
Okay.
So I'm ready.
And actually, real briefly, for you viewers that are, like what you see and are enjoying this show, make sure you click the follow button on your Twitch, and follow me on Twitter just to get more info on the shows. I've been so bad about like kind of plugging those things. It's so sorry if it sounds a little bit fragmented there.
It's so hard to like plug a new show right now.
Exactly. It's like,
Especially if you're not an Artosis or
oh yeah,
like a day 9. It's really hard. So
I'm just bad about it during the shows too, because it's like I just want to talk to you guys and really get in depth with you guys with some of this analysis. So I just completely forget about it, and people tell me later you should have like plugged your Twitch and stuff. So, but all right, let's get started here. 3,
all right.
2, 1, go.
So like I was saying, when they get 6 to like 8 Phoenixes, they're gonna get that upgrade, and I think late game mutas are gonna be obsolete. Like I don't know why they made an expansion called Art of the Swarm and include anti-muta units when they actually included an anti-upgrade for the muta, so anti-muta upgrade,
Right.
I would say. So that's pretty weird from Blizzard, but Zerg are gonna have to deal with it. So this build is around getting a muta, but muta mid-game, and switch back right away to like roaches and main the ground army.
I see. I see. Yeah, I definitely like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you think is it mainly to fake it or more for defense? You're just
Yeah.
trying to counter what he's doing.
Some people will like overcommit and build like mass Archon, stuff like that. And the counter to like Archons are Roach Infestor.
Right.
So that game I opened Hatchery first actually.
Yeah, that's what I was
because
going to ask you about that too.
I killed his drone at my expansion.
Oh,
maybe
I see.
not the drone,
Oh,
the probe. I killed the probe maybe 50% to 60% of the time with my 2 drones.
Oh, really? Okay, so they
Some
stay there
Zergs
long
do it.
enough.
Like
Yeah.
I know Idra does the same thing.
Yeah.
They send 2 drones and try to block the probes from getting a pylon.
Mm-hmm.
And the probes a lot of the time dies. So if you get that hatchery up first instead of the pool, it's huge boost for you.
Mm-hmm. And when do you get gas and pull? When you get the hatch down?
The hatch is at 15, the pool's at 15, gas at 17.
Okay, so pretty standard. Okay, standard. The standard
Yeah.
like well, not standard for you, but standard for in CVT for I guess 15-15 type of thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty much standard for against Protoss. Some
Gotcha.
people will like the third hatchery quicker.
Yeah.
But I think Protoss all-ins and Protoss timings are getting better and better against that kind of type
Yes.
of build.
Yeah, especially that Void Raid Zealot type of army.
Exactly.
That's a rough army to deal with when you get early third.
Yeah, some people like. I know Kiwikaki likes double Stargate and Zealot +1, so it's gonna like have 4 Void Rays and I don't
Yeah.
know, 10 +1 Zealots at your third really quickly, and you're like, how can I hold that? Like I need 6 queens and roaches.
It's just sick.
It's like no, not gonna happen.
Yeah, I actually had the pleasure of him doing it to me on the EU server. Like for of all things, he was doing his placement matches.
So this is a new build. I build my Evo chamber when I have around 75 gas from
Right.
one extractor, and as soon as the Evo chamber is up, I have 150 gas, and I build Carapace straight away.
Okay.
And this is because early game I'm gonna use the Lings because I want to build up some gas for the Muta mid game. So I want my Lings to be as efficient as they can. So what I'm going to do is I'm upgrading the Carapace straight away to counter the +1 Zealots. And I get my third Speelings and...
So how do you know he's not
Different
doing like a gateway timing on you? Like, I mean, I feel like you'd be unsafe if it was, a 6 or 7 gate blink kind of built here.
Well, actually the Lings are really good against Blink.
Okay.
And I think at some point I'm scouting with my Overlord or something like that. And I'm a pretty like low econ guy, so I'm not gonna go to like 75 drones right now. I think on 3 base, 60 drones is enough. I'm a big fan of like the 16 drones for each base, 16 drones in the mineral.
Okay.
It's the most cost efficient for Zerg to have 2 drones per mineral patch.
I see.
So
Right.
if you have 16 for each base and 6 for the gas, that's 22.
Yeah.
For 3 base, 66 drones is like the perfect number of drones. So I don't see the point of going higher than that.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, I work towards speeding. Obviously the blink timing will go like after the speeding is finished. So I get a roach one just in case.
Okay, and your intentions here are just to go Muta.
Yeah, well,
Oh, your speed is really
Lane-
late. Okay, got it.
yeah, my speed is late because I know he's not gonna attack me. Like if I
Wow.
see he has nothing, he has like 2 units, and obviously the Stargate.
I guess it wouldn't matter anyways. If he's going to attack you with that kind of build, it doesn't matter if they're fast or not against +1 zealots, right?
Yeah, like right now I was worried because I didn't know what he was doing, so I built a lot of lanes, and they get speed right away. And this is good against Stargate. It prevents him from getting the third, and that's my goal here, is to prevent him from getting his third. And I spotted his Stargate or his Void Ray, I think, with my Overlord.
I see.
So I built some spores, and you can see at my third, I get the gas right away. That's the most important resources in the game, I think.
Right.
For Zerg, the gas is priceless.
Right. Definitely. What you
So,
use the gas on is pretty much monumental to the game. Oh, you
Yeah.
got a surround on those. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good force field throw. Yo. Oh, you might get one. You got one there.
Yeah, that's pretty much my goal here. Because he's going Stargate, he's not gonna have a big army.
Yeah.
So his third order is gonna be like really delayed. Either that or he's not gonna get a third at all. Like right now, I see him. His intention is getting a third. Like I saw the probe, I saw his army out. So I know he's trying to get a third and not timing.
Okay,
So
talk
I
to
know
me
I have
about
some
these
time.
links. What are you trying to do with these lings? Because I think he has. I mean, you know, he has enough to kill those lings.
Yeah, I'm just trying to show it for
Okay.
him.
Oh, you're gonna get these sentries. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that was worth it. Right there. 2 sentries are worth all those lings. Oh, you're gonna get his main too.
Yeah, in his main, it's pretty much just a scout. Like,
Yeah.
nah, I know I'm not gonna accomplish anything.
Mhm.
And I see his Templar archive in the main, and this is my cue that it's pretty much to confirm my read on him of like me going roaches after. And this is why I researched +1 attack on the roaches, and so I have 1/1 on the roaches right now. And I know I'm not going to use the lings anymore because endgame lings are not really that good against Protoss. They have so many counters, Archons, Colossus, and Storm. So I think Roach-based army is better, and Infestor, Broodlords is
Right.
better. So I work towards my +2 right now on Roaches, and I have enough Muta that all the gas I saved up. So I know he's getting his third, so I get my fourth. This is standard for Zerg to always get one base ahead of your opponent.
Right.
And behind that, I build a Roach army.
I see.
Because sometimes people will see Muta and they will just attack you.
Okay, so you're just anticipating it before the counter even happens to your
Exactly.
mutas. Okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
so I build Roaches to like counter that. And for Phoenixes, like I said, is not enough, but with the upgrade, it's gonna be pretty annoying for the Zerg.
Gosh, it's gonna be super annoying.
Yeah, so at that point, I'm not gonna build any more Muta. And I do so much economic damage with the Muta that is EGGs, but normally if some people will like have Blink, they will defend that kind of harass.
Right.
But they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose probe. Like there's no way you can't defend flawlessly.
Right.
And behind, obviously, I have a Roach army and I have 4 base going on. And obviously, my goal here is to go Roach Infestor to counter the Blink Stalker that is gonna try to counter my Muta. So my goal here is to just always to like be one step ahead of them. I confirm with the Templar Archive that is not going Colossus, so that's the best way to win the game. Is just I think Infestor Roaches is
Right. So yeah, talk to me about the roaches as the follow-up versus something like going to Infestor and taking a Hive and getting Broodlords. You can obviously do that, right? I mean, these mutas are buying you so much time, right? And obviously, you chose to do roaches. Is it just because you're planning on just like following it up with aggression again, or is there something else actually?
Yeah, obviously, I do so much economic damage that he has 2 choices: just to all in me, or to rebuild all the probes and to get chrono boost on all the nexus. So I know his econ is pretty much down. He has like not a lot of probes.
Right.
So my goal here is to attack on 3 base, 3.5 base, I would say, to like pretty much kill him.
Okay.
This is something that
That's cool.
some people criticize of me being too much aggressive sometimes. I know a lot of Zerg player here will just sit back, take 2 Broodlords, but I see here that I'm ahead, and why not kill him when I have the chance? Why risk the him to come back? I mean, um,
Right.
why risk him to get 200 army? Why like imagine if he has
Yeah.
DT tech and I don't see him. Like there's so many risks that um, to like just sit back. So I decide to just kill him right now.
Yeah. I
Obviously
mean,
GG's because he knows that he's so far behind, and he probably knows I'm gonna attack him with a ground army after that. So
yeah. I mean, you bring up a really good point. I mean, it's it's interesting that it could be criticized or not because pressure is obviously something that's intangible in this game, right? I mean, it's a lot of people make mistakes because of pressure, right? And
yeah,
you continue to pressure, I feel like is in a lot of ways logical, right? And instead of just sitting back and kind of like taking that lead that like a lot of people talk about, right? Why don't you just build your lead and tech up? But in the Zerg case, that Broodlord unit is not an auto win anymore. You know
well,
what I mean?
yeah, it's really good,
Yeah,
but it's not an auto win, and
yeah,
it's pretty hard to get. Like it takes a long time, and like I don't even have my infestation pit right now.
right,
I have 300 minerals and gas, so it's I could do it, but that
right,
takes a lot of gas. And right now I'm just working towards roaches and infestor. Like I don't have infestation pit, but
right.
that's what I was working on.
Hmm.
And
No, I mean I
like
like it.
it's
I mean I
hard.
kind of like it actually. I think again I think if you constantly pressure the guy, I mean like let's just say you sat back right and you were trying to tech up. Obviously you can make mistakes during that time, right? You can make. I mean, not to say that you would, but I'm just saying like a Zerg in theory could make macro mistakes, right? And actually
Yeah,
give up a lead for no reason. Actually give up a lead for no reason when the Protoss could be susceptible to attacks and under no pressure he's probably going to be as efficient as he possibly can too, right?
yeah,
So
exactly. Because
yeah,
right now I know my mutas, their days are counted. Like they're good right now, and I want them to be really good right now. I don't want to sit back and just harass with the muta. If you just harass with the muta, any decent Protoss will defend it pretty easily.
right,
With Blink Stalker, and this map is they can blink up and down the cliff and defend their third natural main. And I know he's working towards either Archon or Storm. So I know like the mutas are their days are counted. So um, I want them to be really efficient. And with maybe when I have like 25 roaches, I'm gonna attack him with the mutas and the roaches at the same time.
right.
And this is where it's getting really hard for him to do anything. So
Okay, great.
yeah.
No, that was really cool. That's a lot of things to talk about in that replay too. Oh, okay. So I mean that pretty much concludes the replays. I think I think a lot of that analysis was really good, Paul. Thank you for that. People are asking why they can't see you. We can't see him because obviously there's no camera, guys. I mean it's kind of obvious, right?
I don't have a webcam.
Yeah,
So sorry.
exactly. But why don't we, if you don't mind, why don't we jump in some live games?
All right, sure.
And let's try to get some. I'm trying to get Hash here to play with you, but he's not answering. Anybody on your list that you can maybe pull into a game? Let's
Let me see.
see. Hash isn't around. Let me see if anybody else is.
Everyone is AFK.
Of course.
My teammates are playing a clan war right now against EG, so
Oh, no wonder. I've been like
um,
trying to message like Machine and see if he would play as EVZ with you, but actually, any of the viewers, if you guys, any of you viewers, hi Master GM, pop on to the ChanmanV channel, and you can play against Slush here. We just need a practice partner to play a few games and to let Slush continue walking us through some more of these strategies, especially in live games. Live games are obviously it's always a little interesting.
yeah.
Okay, who we got here? Oh, we got Diamond Terrence. That wouldn't be good. Okay, we have a master. Let's see, master. Okay, yeah, I'm a master. What are you? Okay, Master Zerg. I mean, maybe we can go over ZVZ with you. Actually, Ghost users here. Let's get Ghost user to play.
All right.
Okay, do some ZVZ. Since we haven't had you walk through ZVZ. While I set this up, why don't you kind of give us a summary of your ZVZ?
I open 1414 every time. I scout every time, and depending on my scout, I do different things that I
Okay.
can explain. Obviously, if you fast expand, I just get the link speed, and I don't build any Zerglin at all. I just build drones. Some people, when they go 1414, they build like 4 links,
Right.
stuff like that. I don't build any links at all. To get like the same equal economy as him, I have to build drones instead of links, and the 1414 is safer against another 1414,
Right.
for example. So
Yeah, 1414 seems to be kind of coming back into, coming back to being in style here. I can't invite you. What's going on?
oh, hold on.
You got me blocked, man.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, we actually have a quick question. So when's a good time to switch from Baneling to Roach? Like, usually you get into those 14-14 kind of battles, and
Yeah.
it's usually the first person to switch to Roach or throw up a spine, and that's where the next phase usually kicks in.
I'm not a big fan of Roach on 2 base.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Muta on 2 base. And then I take a third, and depending on what I scout with my Muta, obviously I switch Roaches, or I go pretty much all in with Lings and Muta, depending on what I see.
Okay. Great. Okay, why don't we... Yeah, there you go. Picking. Why don't we get this started? Everybody ready? Viewers, again, if you guys like what you see, kind of like the show so far, definitely click the follow button on Twitch TV and follow my stream, because I pretty much only stream when the shows are on now, so you'll pretty much get just get alerted whenever the show goes live. And follow me on Twitch too. I mean Twitter, because I always update when like the VODs are up and when who the next guest will be and that kind of stuff. So let me post my Twitter real quick here. All right, let me switch to the Starcraft screen.
To follow up on the question, like the Roach and Baneling switch, they both use gas. So if you do switch from Baneling to Roach, you have to attack. So it's pretty much an all-in, because if you don't attack, you're gonna die to Muta. So you can do it. You can go Baneling and Roaches, but since they both use gas, you have to go all in on 2 base, unfortunately.
Right. Okay, so let's get all this started. Okay, so you typically like to go Muta, right?
Yeah.
Just based on that.
Obviously, that's what I'm gonna do.
Right. I've actually seen you, go with the kind of burrow roach type of strategies too.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's what I forget which MLG it was. But I remember thinking that almost worked, but I guess that's not. Yeah, definitely not in your.
Well, endgame, obviously, I can get Burrow Infestor and Roaches at the same time.
Right. Yeah, guys, just answer a quick question. Yeah, Thursday show will be at 1 because I'm having a couple EU guys on. So, it'd be way too late for them if I had it this time. Okay, so 14-14.
Slight mistake by me. The gas should be on the left side, but
Oh, okay.
it's not a big deal, but
Yeah, a little closer.
yeah.
All right, both kind of know what you're doing. Looks like both of during.
Yeah, I see as the
14.
idle larva, so I know he's going fast expand now.
Oh, he's
So
going
this
fast
is-
expand. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's followed by pool and extractor. So I know his speed will be just a little bit late.
But not late enough to really
Yeah.
capitalize on anything. So is there anything you're really, you're kind of wary of or kind of afraid of whenever you're going 14-14 versus 15 hatch or hatch first?
Not really.
Okay.
The ball is on my side right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's expecting me to do something about it, but that's the thing here. I'm not gonna do anything about it.
Right.
I'm just gonna let him expand, and I'm gonna build up on my drones, get 2 queens.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's a more of a, it's definitely a defensive 14-14.
Yeah.
It's
So right
cool.
now I have 16 drones on my mineral, so that's like the best saturation that you can get. And I get banding nests.
Again, pretty much everybody has to get a Banyan nest nowadays, right?
Yeah, unless you plan on going roach, but I'm not a big fan of roaches, especially on that map. It's pretty easy to defend roach with just spines. I get that overlord. So.
I don't know many people that go roach anymore. Like, what's the big negative of going roach?
They're slow. Unless you have a lair, they're pretty slow.
Okay.
So you can get countered by banelings. You can. It's pretty risky. Like the guys see you coming.
Right. They just counter and
Yeah.
base race kind of thing.
So I just get 1 spine, just to be safe.
Right.
Some people will push with like a few roach and start.
So at what point do you try to re-scout him?
I'm gonna scout right now.
Okay.
I think I've built 2 links just to scout.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna build like just a few more, and these few more links are gonna be in case he's pushing with speedling. I'm gonna be able to morph them into banelings right away.
Right.
So as scout, he has banelings, so it's not gonna be a roach timing. He's making more drones out of his larva, so he's getting an eco.
Right.
So this is where I go muta. So I go over there. I build all my gases.
Okay, and he hasn't had his gases yet, so probably means you'll be ahead in gas-wise.
Exactly. So if you decide to go muta, I'm ahead in gas.
So do you feel like you're susceptible to, like, let's say he was hiding like roaches in his base. Are you susceptible to like a roach bane timing?
Yeah, I would be.
Yeah, I guess that's just
that's
DBZ,
why I
right?
re-scout right now.
Oh, I see. Oh, nice. Oh, that's a cost. That's pretty costly. Okay, so you know he's going probably mutas here. Maybe? I don't know.
Or infestors.
Yeah,
so
or infestors.
I'm not sure yet.
I mean, he's got like no units here. It's crazy. Oh, still don't see
So I'm just
anything.
gonna try to keep these things alive pretty much always.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to tell. So so reading a base like this, it's equal a chance that it's a Spire or it's Infestor Bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, now you know.
So that's infestor.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. No, that's good. I mean, that's cool that you went back in there again.
Oops.
And that was worth it, though, right? Worth it to see that. I guess. Those 2 links will be worth it, though. Oh, darn it. Okay, that was worth the bane, I guess.
So against infestor opening, I'm not gonna go heavy on the muta.
Okay.
I'm gonna get just a few, get map control, but I'm not gonna get a lot.
Okay. You're
I'll try
gonna...
to go work on roaches instead and upgrades.
Okay. So he's probably... Is he ahead in upgrades here? Probably not.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely has the Evo's up, but they're not that far ahead of you, probably. So because of that, because you know that the upgrades will be ahead of you, does that mean you're more going to play defensive until your upgrades are done, or? A lot of timings are kind of based on...
Yeah, it depends on my
right?
muta.
Okay.
Like if he wants to do a timing on me, he has to spend all of his fungals on my muta.
Right.
And I'm still gonna have roaches to back my army up, so.
Okay, awesome.
So I'm upgrading 2 Evo Chamber. Watch Warren almost done. So I'm ahead. Econ.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so any chance are you thinking there's any chance of a Roach Infestor timing?
Yes, there's a chance right now since I don't see him trying to get a third base. Oh,
there it
actually,
is.
no, I just saw his third base.
Okay, and
I'm
that
just
kind
gonna
of tells
spread
you.
my muta.
Does that tell you that he's not going to attack them?
E-
Yeah, there you go. He
Yeah,
doesn't have many
pretty
units
much.
too. Gotcha. Yeah, it's all these little signs that are, yeah, a lot of that are tell you so much information.
Yeah.
Nice spread. Take forever to kill those those mutas. Spreading mutas are so hard because they stack so easily. Okay, so you're just coming back, just looking for overlords pretty much, right? Yep.
Yeah. And I don't want to get all my mutas stack up, so I keep them in like a circle.
How are you doing that?
You just place them and then you never like click in the middle of them. For example, if I click in the middle of my mutas, they stack,
Yeah,
stack
yeah.
like that. So instead I just spread them just like that, and then I never click.
Did you aim move or no? I mean,
No, I just move.
okay. And then hold position or something? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's good to know. Little techniques like that. Okay, so it looks like he's defending with queens. Wow, look at all those infestors. Lots of energy.
So I just got my 1/1 upgrade, so I'm gonna try and make like a little poke to see what his upgrades are. And not upgrades, I mean army. What his army is. And
So how are you planning on beating that? Like, obviously he has an infestor lead on you. I mean, you're just getting
yeah.
the infestor pit now.
Now I see he has too many roaches, so I'm just gonna back up.
Okay.
I know I have like the eco lead, so I'm gonna play defensive. Gonna build some overseers in case he borrow is a
Right.
infestors.
So how is pure roach against infestor roach?
To defend, it's okay because I can spread like all my roaches like that.
I see. Yeah, fungals are pretty much limited if you do some stuff like that. But they can still throw so many infested Terran.
Yeah.
That DPS is pretty sick. Okay, so right now you're just trying. I mean, you know he's going to get the third. He's pretty safe at the third. So okay, here he's starting to move out a little bit.
That's a pretty big army.
Yeah, it looks pretty big. He's got some hydras too, so that's obviously good DPS. So what's the role of the mutas here?
Either force him to fungal, force him the hydras.
Got it. Wow, this is pretty much both coming on max armies.
Yeah.
I feel like his army's a little stronger than yours right now.
Yeah.
Oh man, if you could, I was gonna say, if you could fungal, you could kill those infestors.
Yeah, I was trying to double fungal his infestor. Obviously, it didn't work out.
Yeah. Well, your
So I'm
meters are
pretty much
taking him
dead
out,
right
but I don't know, is your reload gonna come out fast enough here? The reload might hold this if it's... Take out these hydras. Yep. Still in it. Oh, losing those guys. Yeah, that's the beauty of being on defense.
I was supply block because he killed so many of my overlords.
That's no good. Still gonna get it here. Yeah. That was that last Reload definitely did it.
So
Okay.
I think it's just that I got my infestors too late,
Mhm.
and maybe I was talking too much. I didn't do anything with my mutas. I should have just like harassed him just a bit, like kill a gas, something like that.
Right. Right. Okay. I see. So, like, ideally, how many infestors would you have liked in a maxed army there?
6 to 8,
Oh,
pretty much just like
6 to
him.
8. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
with that defensive position, like you see, he has all of his infestor grouped up. If
Right.
I can get 2 fungals on that group, it's or maybe just one is enough, and my mutas to flank, and I just single target the infestors. That's enough.
Right. Okay. You want to play one more
Yeah, sure.
against him? Let me see if we can get a good stuff here. Let's. All right. What map do you want to play on?
Any MLG map, I don't mind.
Okay. Let's find a good one. That's a good ZVZ map. I'm gonna do Shattered, or is Shattered too small?
Shatter is fine.
Okay, let's do Shattered. Shattered's always fun. Always a fun ZVZ map.
So he played pretty risky there, and I think that's why he had so much. Yeah, only had 3 banelings the whole
Yeah,
game
exactly. That's yeah, that's
without
very
scouting
risky.
me. So
Yeah, which is surprising because I don't know. I would think you would play aggressive. So I guess in ZVZ you're not, right? In ZVZ you're generally not as aggressive.
I could be, but generally I'm not aggressive until I have mutas out.
Right. Okay, here we go. Machine was just saying he was going to stream some Amnesia, so. What is it with that game? Okay. Alright, let's get this one. Try not to distract you as much.
For example, that game, if I went +1 timing with the roaches, I think he's dead. So it's a pretty risky build for him, but I guess it pays off. Maybe he knows I like muta.
Right. I mean, that brings up a good point. I mean,
For example, in a tournament, because I have a build with the roach +1 timing,
right.
and for example, in a tournament, I might play a metagame where if I know the other guy knows me, I'm gonna do like the opposite of what he thinks I'm gonna do.
Right. Then it gets to be like, then I'm going to do the opposite of the opposite of the opposite of what he's
Yeah,
gonna.
obviously that's the metagame.
Yeah,
It becomes
it's
a level
crazy.
war. Like he
Yeah.
thinks one level ahead of me, so I'm gonna think one more level ahead of him.
Right. It's so funny. Yeah, so, speaking of the +1 rich timing, builds like that, I mean, are you basically deciding that before the game starts? Or,
No.
I mean, is it flexible enough to like, at what point basically it's not that efficient to, it's not the most efficient build to do? You know what I'm asking? It's kind of a weird way of asking that question. But
Yeah, but it depends on the map. For example, Shakuras is not the best map
uh-huh.
to do it. Maybe that's why he thought it would be safe, because you might think, oh, he's not gonna do it because that's a bad map to do it on it, something like that. So
Right.
okay, so expand again.
Normally you would 15 hatch here.
Yes.
Yeah, just because.
Normally I have 15 hatch, one more drone, extractor before pool, etc., etc.
Right.
So once again, it doesn't get extractor. That's an indication that he's not gonna go like link bailing timing on me.
Is it risky on his part? I mean,
I think
it's
it
pretty
is
late.
risky, like,
I mean, you could just go
yeah, I
one
think
base
for,
bane and kill him, actually.
right now I'm just gonna go 14-14 and I'm gonna expand then go bailing.
Right. And you usually pull 2 off gas whenever you
Yeah,
get 100? Okay.
I pull 2, and when I have like more than 16 on my mineral, I switch it back.
Ah, okay. So that 16 drone is like your baseline for everything, for a lot of things. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, it's the most efficient mining
Yes.
stuff. So.
Yeah. Definitely don't waste any drone production.
Right now, I would say he's gonna go roaches, and that probably would be a good time to go muta. But once again, my decision is already made that I'm going Baneling. So
Uh-oh. You know, lose that guy? That would be bad.
but that's okay. I kill like all of his lane
Oh, I see.
for just 1 lane. I just lost 1 lane.
Okay, so you look to just harass here, or just really just check what's going on? Oh, you're gonna
3
go.
bane lanes
Gotcha.
and okay, 2
Yeah,
spines.
that's fine.
So I'm going back to drone.
Worth a run by at all, just to check his base, or you kind of know what he's doing,
Yeah, it's 2
Yeah.
queens, so I can't really do it.
right?
I'm gonna just check behind, see if he's making any drones. He is.
He likes that high econ. But you're droning pretty hard right now. Well, that's cool. You can totally abuse this. He's got a pull. He's obviously oversaturating inside his base. Oh, here come the queens, though.
Yeah, but now I can get.
Into his
No, I
base.
can't.
Oh, no.
But that's fine.
Right. That whole time you were droning, so.
Yeah.
Alright, and obviously you have to build a little bit of defense because he has a decent number of. You saw a decent number of lings there.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
some lings, so we might go Ling Roach at the timing attack.
Okay, so now you're going lair. Pretty much just because you knew you were safe?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you put 4 on your extractor. On your second extractor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Okay, so you're gonna go to metas again?
Yeah, this map is better for me too.
It's just a close air, right?
Yeah. So I know he has lair already. He's probably gonna scout my spire, that's fine. I don't mind.
And you're typically really comfortable going, you know, like the last game, going Mutaverse investor openings?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay. Wow, he's spreading that creep like crazy. 4 tumors. I guess he has 4 queens, so. Or does he
Yeah.
have 4 queens? He does. Yeah, he had 4 queens, right? Because they were chasing you and still had a queen to inject at both.
Well, I saw 3, so.
Yeah. Oh, maybe at 5 then.
So this game, I'll just go Ling and Muta.
Right.
And my goal here is gonna be to try and snipe the banelings with the Muta, and then engage with my lings.
Oh, I see. What do you think about kind of base trade with Ling Muta in a ZVZ?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Seems to be the most efficient way to use the units.
So normally here, he's gonna see the Muta and he's gonna think that I'd be joining behind and taking third,
Right.
stuff like that. But that's something I do sometimes. I'm actually producing links.
Right. Well, I saw those units pop.
Yeah, that's okay.
Kind of want him to see the rock though. Yep. There you go. But you will be expanding. It's not that you're not, right? Yeah. All right. Here come the mutas.
So he has
Whoa.
already a lot.
Wow, that's a lot of infestors.
Can't get a snipe. It's unfortunate.
Oh, start his third. There you go. You just want to send one or two at a time. Oh, it's got queens though. Huh. It's an interesting composition he has. Must be scared of a run by. I wonder why he didn't. Oh, he's pushing. No wonder.
Our forces are under attack.
Ooh. Oh, you got one. Oh, yes. Yeah, this looks like an anti-muta build.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
it's.
is.
I mean, anything involving Roach Queen is anti-muta. That's for darn sure.
He's gonna push all the way through, so.
Yeah.
They hide.
Oh, just get that land before the funkles. Oh, nice land. Still probably not enough. Oh, actually, they're pretty low in energy.
Yeah, but he's gonna
Yeah,
reinforce
too much
him, that's gonna
DPS.
kill me.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, it seemed more blind than anything else.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
If you so if you knew he was going to go with that kind of
For example, once again, the Roach +1 is gonna kill him. Like, he did not even build link speed that game.
right,
So this is why, like, I don't like that kind of opening that he's doing. It's so risky that you're just gonna die to like a lot of all-ins and stuff like that.
right. Well, you want to show us the +1 build?
Yeah, sure.
Right, let's do that. Let's just hope he's doing the same thing again.
Yeah.
Okay, how about metal?
Oh yeah, sure. Because he did 2 scouts. The first scout was not like with his 4 initial links. I
Right.
killed all of them. Killed one. You saw just an expansion.
Right.
And you saw my 6 links. That's it. The second scout was the overseer, which, if I was doing the roach +1 timing, my roaches will almost already been out. So
Right, right. Got it. All right, let's start this. Oh, I shouldn't have started, but ready. Yeah. But again, for all you viewers who like what you see, kind of like the show, and like a lot of the strategy talk, be sure to click the follow button and follow me on Twitch, and also follow me on Twitter. Here's my Twitter. I always tweet just when the VODs are available and when the show's, basically up and running, so you guys can come watch. And anything else that's involving like any like King of the Hills and stuff I do too. Okay, so +1 timing. Is this roach speed and +1?
no,
Okay.
just a +1.
Okay, cool. All right, let me show the production tab here. So do you know Goso user at all? Just the name.
Not really. Yeah, just
Yeah.
I know he has improved a lot. I think when I first played him, it was on the first few Playham tournaments.
Right. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's been on the show before. Okay, so it looks like it's probably going to 15 hatch again, especially your crosshair.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it too, since I'm going roaches.
Okay. Okay, so the
And
plus one doesn't have to be
saw,
14,
you saw
14.
anyway my opening. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that he opens with so... Well, I mean, that game he built queens for defense and spines, but
Yeah, but queens versus banelings, that's not enough.
yeah. Okay, so you're going 16 gas, 16 pool.
Yeah.
Cool. Standard. For you viewers, after this game, we're going to start doing Q&A. So if you guys want to call in your questions to Skype, add me. My Skype ID is ChanmanV. So start adding me, and I'll call you guys and add you to this call so you can ask Slush any of your questions. If not, you can type in the question in the stream chat, and I can ask for you.
So I compared the gas, and he did gas before pool just like me.
Okay.
So I suspect him go link speed this time.
Okay. And that's typical. Oh, that's the technique you use. You always click on the gas and.
Yeah, and I see he had
Kinda.
like the same amount of gas than me.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so at what point do you get the roach warren?
As soon as I start +1.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna open link bailing and then into +1.
Gotcha. Okay, looks like he's gonna try to scout you here.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Now with 2 lanes, that's for sure. Nothing to see quite yet. Oh, you're gonna show him the Bane nest. Is that pretty much on
Yes.
purpose, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it, like it. Again, guys, start adding me to Skype if you want to call in questions after this game. Alright, I think the action's probably going to start picking up here in a second. And again, it's defensive Lingbane.
Forces
Okay,
are
get a
under
good look
attack.
here.
So
Looks like
roach
he's building
warren before
roaches.
lair, that's weird. That's first game he's done it.
Yeah, must suspect something. Or maybe he's just haphazardly playing differently.
Yeah. That's fine, you got 3 drones, I think. That's alright
Okay.
for 2 banelings. I don't mind.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Roach Warren's building.
I'm just building up supplies right now.
Right. Is there anything you're doing here that's kind of faking something else?
Yeah, maybe you didn't see like both of my gas, that's why I'm putting in them right now.
I see.
That's a lot of lings.
Oh, those are a couple banes. Does that still look good though for a +1 timing?
Yes.
Right. All right.
Now he saw my
Oh, I
roaches.
saw the roaches. Oh,
That's
that's unfortunate.
sick timing.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. It's because he's just going to start building roaches now.
Because like right now, I could take a third normally. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Because you know he's probably building roaches, right, in retaliation? At least
Yeah,
to stay
he saw
safe.
the roaches, so
Yeah. Yeah, it's always...
Mutation complete.
I like that. Definitely that decision is... Even though you know you're kind of accepting you're going to be behind, but of course it's better than walking right into something that he's expecting.
because
Sometimes...
the counter to the +1 roach timing is the spine and roaches at the same time.
Right. Okay, so he sees the roaches. That's probably going to make him build more roaches, right? So
Yeah.
that's good for you, right?
Our forces
To maybe catch up
are under
drone-wise.
attack.
Oh wow, he's got a third up already.
Yeah, that's all right. Because he knows I have roaches. He's gonna have to build more roaches right now.
Right.
And I think I have the upgrade lead.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I'm just watching it from your standpoint too, so...
So that's pretty weird because it's the only game that he's not doing the strategy. And we're
Yeah.
close air position, so that's would be pretty standard for me to go muta here.
Right.
That's really, really weird.
I think he just, you know, I think it was just luck.
Just do whatever.
Yeah, it was kind of luck. He just didn't want to show the same thing again. It was just bad luck. It's okay. We kind of got a sense. At least we get a sense of the roach timing there.
As soon as my lair is done, the Hydra den and the infestation pits.
So, I mean, how do you feel now? I mean, obviously you haven't seen much from him in the last minute or two.
Well, right now I feel pretty behind. I took kind of like a huge risk. I droned up all my third base.
Right.
That's a pretty huge risk, and I just hope he doesn't attack me.
You kind of had to, though, right? I mean, that kind of catches you up, right?
Yeah, I have to. I have to take a
you
risk.
kind of had to.
When you're
take that
behind,
risk.
that's the thing you have to do.
Yeah, you're just gonna lose anyways, otherwise. So
Exactly.
you might as well just try to catch up by taking shortcuts. Okay, so now you got the, you know, obviously you're going Roach Hydra Infestor. How do you kind of fill the army? So it looks like you're building Hydras now. Okay. Oh, it's because of pathogen. Once pathogen's done, you'll build infestors.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pathogen at 33% is the.
Our forces are under attack.
All right, let's see. Just mass unit production at this point, right?
Yeah. Nothing else I can do. I know I'm behind, so I'm just waiting him to attack me.
Right.
And he's moving out. With
That's
Speed Roach,
a
which
lot
I
of
don't have, that's
roaches.
unfortunate.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of roaches too. But you got a concave. You're gonna have the concave right off the bat.
Yeah.
Just trying to get it, but he's in that choke. Oh, you got a couple infestors too. This is gonna be good for you at least.
Yeah, but I'm still
Yeah,
there.
you're still down by like 50 supply. I don't know actually. Reinforcements are coming though. Oh, another fungal might help. Ah, it's too many. Too many roaches.
Yep.
Alright, GG.
So that's
Yeah.
obviously pretty
I mean,
weird.
yeah, it's hard for you to, obviously, it's hard for you to play when I'm talking to you, and he obviously, yeah, we kind of got unlucky too, because you're trying to show us something, and he just happens to counter it. I mean,
Yeah.
or just not do what he's been doing. So, all right. So why don't we just take some questions here? If that's cool with you.
Yeah, sure.
And let's see. Let me bring up this. Okay. First question is from Cedar. Let's see what his real name is. He's got a cool looking photo of himself here. Guys, if you have questions, definitely Skype it in. You can add me on Skype, ChanmanV, and I'll call you. Seed, are you there? Paul, you're there, right?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay, don't hear anything. All right, let's try this next guy. Hello? You there? Oh, okay, whatever. I guess we will try another one. Bassex. Hello? Let's see what's going on here. Oh, no mic. Oh, great. Why are you guys adding if you got no mic? You got a question though? You're still there, right, Paul?
Yeah.
Okay. You're so quiet. Okay, here we go. So, where did you find your name, or how did you come up with your name, Slush?
It was like 10 years ago. I have a friend. His name was Slash, and we wanted to make like a duo, 2v2. We were playing 2v2, so I'm like, oh, I'll pick Slush. That's a cool name, and like it's just almost the same thing as Slash. So that's
Right.
pretty much it. Because my name before that was Jughead.
Jughead.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Archie guy.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be pretty funny. Rain Jughead. Let's see. Can you speak French? Oh, come on, that's like a no-brainer.
Yes.
He's French Canadian, guys. I guess some of you guys didn't know that. Okay, Bassex was going to ask, how long has he played StarCraft and StarCraft 2 for?
I played StarCraft 1 from 1998 to like 2002. And StarCraft 2, well, since the beta is out.
Okay, great. It says, what's your response if you go mutas and they have gone roach then hydras?
This is usually not a win for me. Like if they just go hydras, I usually win because sometimes I'll just get my mutas in between their bases, and it's hard for them to like get a hydra ball and destroy my muta.
Right.
As soon as like they are out of their eggs, I snipe them with the mutas, and hydras are pretty expensive, so.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, and sometimes I just clear out their ramp and I go with a ling run by. If they like hug their spore crawlers, I just go with a ling run by with my lings. And by that time, I get have a third that I drone up, and I get spines, crawler, and roaches in front of the choke where the engagement is going to happen if they eventually push. So
I mean, it sounds like you always end up back to roach. So I kind of follow up on the question. My own question is, why even bother with muta then?
The muta is just to control the map, harass, and sometimes if I see weakness, I'm gonna kill them with just lings and muta. Some players are better, some depending if they do aggression on me. If they miss their aggression, then the game is easier after. I can just kill them with muta ling.
Oh, okay.
But if they go, for example, roaches and they just sit back and deck tech to hydras, it's not gonna work out for them. Like they're gonna stay on 2 base, and I know like they're gonna all in me. So I can just build like, for example, 10 drones at my third, and I have recon advantage. And I don't build more drones because if I build more drones, then I overcommit and they can kill me. But yeah. And a flank is pretty good too versus roach and versus roach and hydra. I get a flank with ling muta and then the roach in front.
Right.
So I kill all the hydras with the lings and the muta, and then yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, we got a few callers here, so let's try this. Igor Polyakov. Polyakov. Let's see if he's there. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Igor.
Hey, so I just have a general question in terms of how Slush feels in terms of the balance of the game, and what he's thinking about, how Heart of the Swarm is going to change things.
Yeah, sure. Heart of the Swarm is gonna change almost everything. Like the top player you see right now are might not be the top players you will see in Heart of the Swarm. Obviously, if you're a pro gamer, like it's not gonna be someone out of nowhere that's gonna be in the top. But for example, MVP or Nesty might not be the top players in the Heart of the Swarm. The strategy is gonna change a lot.
Completely
Build
changed. Yeah.
build orders are going to be resets. So you see build orders right now in Wings of Liberty, and that you never see in Heart of the Swarm because of X unit that they're going to add that is going to change the matchup completely. I can just tell by experience that I played Starcraft vanilla, and when Brood War came out, it was so different. For example, in StarCraft Vanilla, a Zerg could win with just pure Hydralisk, like just Hydralisk. It was, if you were a beast in macro, you can win with just Hydralisk. But in StarCraft, I mean, in Brood War, what changed was the medic, and the medics pretty much give the Marines firepower because they last longer against Hydralisk. And the Hydralisk now was like doing really bad against Marine medics. So this is why they added lurkers, and this adds another dynamics with the burrow and stuff like that that we're gonna see in Heart of the Swarm. We're gonna see a new dynamic that of the game. It's gonna shift a lot. And balance-wise, well, we have to give Blizzard a chance to show us their new units. I want to play with them. I hope it's gonna come out soon. So
Right.
I'm just gonna give it a try, obviously. So
Yeah, it's hard to tell what it's going to be like.
yeah,
I think some of those units might even be there that they showed us because I don't know. You
yeah.
never know.
For
It's
example,
crazy.
like I said earlier, like the Phoenix upgrade, then why bother with the Tempest, which is like an anti-muta unit? Like I don't really understand why there's both a counter at the fleet beacon. Like it's both a fleet beacon unit. Like why? That's something that I think they might change for the Protoss. They might change this unit completely because of that new patch that's coming out.
All right. Thanks for the question, Igor.
Thank you.
Okay. Next question we have from Jason. Hey, Jason, you there?
Hello.
How's it going? You got a question for Slush?
Yeah. I just had a question about ZVZ. Like I've been doing 15 hatch, and I feel comfortable with it, but the problem I've been having is that there's like the 14-14 gas build where you pull off gas and get the hatchery. Some players just make pure lings and tons of lings, and I feel like I can't get banelings out or like my spine zone or enough in time. It's like I was just wondering if you had any advice on that kind of thing.
Yeah, you need two queens. If you don't have two queens, you might die to that kind of all-in, if I would say. You need two queens and a spine. Obviously, the spine needs to be in range of the queens and need to be in range of like the opposite of your hatchery. I don't know if you're.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, so like there's a couple of maps that you can do it. For example, Metal is a perfect map for 15 hatch. Some maps might not. For example, Entomb Valley, this is a really bad map for 15 hatch. Because the queen are going to be so far away from like the hatchery itself that if they go just pure link banling of 14-14 or just slings, they can kill the spine pretty quickly and you won't have anything.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I think it depends on the map. Some maps are better.
Yeah, Tal'Darim Altar, I would never do it. But
Yeah, Tal'Darim is hard because you cannot block, obviously, with 2 queens a ramp,
yes.
so they can
So
just run by.
you think that is like pretty much the key is just the 2 queen block on the ramp?
Yeah. I have a build on Tal'Darim that I beat so many players with it, and at MLG, I beat Red with it because I know Red is a greedy guy and is in expansion. And it's actually at 10 pool, 10 gas opening, which is speeding so fast, and you get a queen so fast that your injects, your first inject is all lings, and then you hide the lings. And Red never scouts because, well, Red thinks that a
Yeah.
drone is worth, for example, 30 minerals of scouting if the drone mines. So he's not gonna scout, and he did not scout. And I just pushed with like all my links with my first inject, and his first queen just came out, so he had no injects at all, and that was an auto win for me. He had nothing to defend, and I beat. That's like one of my weapon in tournaments is I have so many builds, and I have aggressive builds. So sometimes I play players and they over defend my build, and I play, for example, the 14-14 that I showed, and I just build drones instead of for the 4 lings or banelings and stuff like that. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
build drones, and then they make lings to defend their hatch first. And then they're like, oh my god, he's not attacking me. So then they all in me, but then I use defensive banelings to protect against their all in. And then when I see that it's not working, they're like, oh god, then they're behind in everything. Then behind in tech because I've almost my layer up, and then
Yeah.
have
Awesome.
my so it's
See?
this game is all about the meta game, and I think with the expansion, like the last caller said, it's
Yeah.
gonna change a lot. So
We're gonna
Alright.
have yeah, so
All right.
thanks.
Thanks for the call.
Right.
All right, let's take 3 more. How about that?
yeah, sure.
Okay, let's see. Yang is next. It's waiting.
Hello?
Hey, Yang, you there?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear us? Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
I hear you guys, thanks.
Okay, great.
My question is, what do you think is the difference, the major difference between High Masters and Grandmasters players? And of course the pros and the Grandmasters.
It's all about the details. I think anyone above a high master can execute a build, and this is why you see a lot of high master just sometimes do a 2 base timing, and they're gonna win games against pro gamer. They're gonna win games against grandmaster because it's easy to do. But the difference is it's all about information. The grandmaster and the pro gamers is going to get that extra little information that is going to tell him what you do, and then he's going to counter it. It's all about the details and the little things like microing your drones at the beginning for 2 per minerals and 2 per mineral patches and closest mineral patches. Everything that is the detail is going to make the big difference 5 minutes later into the game. So I think that's everything. Like it can go from like Overlord placement to like Zergling placement and micromanagement in big battles where everyone from like master is just gonna move, and it's all a little difference that's gonna make a grandmaster a pro gamer or master a grandmaster. So
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks, Yang. All right, let's get Ryan Flannery on here. Oops, did I do that right? There we go. Hello? Nope, not quite yet. Call failed. Let's go to Marlin here. This thing's always interesting. We'll try Brian again in a second. Busy? What's going on, guys? Come on. Gotta be ready. Alright, we'll try Cedar again.
Hey, can you hear me this time?
Pretty soft,
Yes.
Yeah, you can hear me.
but we can
Yeah,
hear you.
sorry.
Yes, we can
It
hear
was
you.
broken before. Okay. My question is, when you're doing a sort of like an early three base play in ZVP, what should I do if I scout like double if he's going double void rays early from like the 2 star ports?
Okay, what I do is I'm gonna bring all my queens at one spot where he's gonna move out. With Lings, you can see where he's moving out with his Void Rays or Phoenixes or whatever. And I build an extra queen at every hatchery that I move my queen out. And then by the time I always have an Evo Chamber up, so I build spores because 2 Stargate, they never gonna have gateway units, like never. So 2 Stargate, all you have to do is defend with spores, queens, and you can build your economy with drones, and you can counter with lings because obviously, yeah, Stargate unit are really bad against lings. They don't kill them enough fast, so you can prevent the third base from them pretty hard. So they're gonna have a hard time to like kill you because you have so many queens with transfuse and spores to defend all your 3 bases, and you're gonna deny their third base of them. So I think 2 Stargate opening is so risky by Protoss that if it gets scouted, I think it's an auto win by Zerg if you do
Okay,
that.
so most important is just containing the third and like try and keep creep connected and have at least one spore
Yeah,
cover each base.
for example, on Shakuras, um, you're gonna see them move out, or you're gonna scout them with either the watchtowers or an overlord. So you're gonna see them move out either to your main or your third. So you can bring all your queens there and then build another queen to keep the inject on your third base, natural, etc. And you build spores in key position around your main, your natural, and maybe your natural you can just build one, but like for example your main and your third base you can build 2 spores, and you just welcome them with the queens and the spores when they come. The spores build pretty fast, so it's pretty easy to defend.
All right, thanks.
All right,
problem.
thanks for the question. Okay, I think Ryan fixed his problem, so we're going to try to get him here. Okay, let's see.
Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
all right, yourself?
Good. Got a question
That's
for
good.
Slush?
Yeah, I do. What do you think about the new maps and the removal of Zelnaga, even though it's been in since season 1?
Pretty happy about it. I've
Of course.
vetoed Xalnaga for the longest time.
It's terrible.
It's not really good for Zerg, obviously, and this is a map that I vetoed on MLG almost in every matchup. And now that it's removed, I'm happy. They also removed Shadow Temple. That I was pretty surprised about it, but that's how it is. They're just gonna rotate the maps over and over, and then I'm happy that Blizzard finally bring the community map into the ladder pool.
Yes. Cloud Kingdom,
Um,
right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a really good map, Cloud Kingdom, and it's really balanced, and it creates tension in key spots in the map, and it creates really dynamics that you don't see in, for example, Xalnaga. So Xalnaga was pretty imbalanced with the gold, I would say, for Terran, and now that tournaments removed gold, I think the game will be better and better. Could create more dynamics instead of like the goal for Terran is to get the gold,
Throw 10 meals
throw
on
mills,
Gosh.
produce 20 Marines at a time, a move.
it. Do you think the mule nerf is going to help with that?
Well, it's just gonna balance the ladder and the tournament. It's gonna pretty much gonna be the same thing because in tournament instead of like 6 gold patch, they put 8 blue patches. So it's
Oh.
almost the same harvesting.
I see.
You do need 4 more workers, but it's almost the same thing. I think the gold you mine 42 per minute, and the blue it's 40 or something like that. So it's pretty much the same thing. They just they just did not wanted to remove the gold from the ladder. Instead, they just nerfed the mules.
Right, I see. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I never thought of it like that.
But yeah, new maps is a must for the game to like keep being interesting for the spectator. I
Yeah,
think.
just evolving too. I mean, there's
Yeah.
different styles, for these. The map actually dictates a lot of different styles. Like we were talking a little bit earlier about the three base thing,
Yeah.
but
For example, in Brood War, they change a map every year.
yeah,
They maybe keep like one or two map, but there's like 5 to 6 new maps every year. So Starcraft 2 is gonna become like that one day when people will get bored of like the same games over and over again. They're gonna have new maps with new stuff in it. I
right.
think people need to play with the tools that Blizzard gave them. For example, the smokes and stuff like that, the bushes that you see around. I think people should use them more. I think it's a
Yeah,
great tool.
the bushes,
Yeah.
the little lights, where you can put overlords over that are it's considered
Yeah.
high ground. Those are great. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, look for them on what are some of the maps that have them like Daybreak, right?
Daybreak,
Daybreak has like these little light. They look like little lamps. These
Yeah.
kind of cubed lights or something that you can stick
For example,
overlords on.
Daybreak with 4
Yeah.
overlords and 2 lings,
Yeah.
you can get like a full map
Yeah,
coverage.
it's awesome.
Like the 2 overlords above the pillars, I guess, the
Mhm.
light pillars, and then 2 like on the ledge of the map, and you can see everything. It's pretty good. Obviously, like Terrans and Protoss now that open Stargate or get one Vikings destroy that stuff. So,
Right.
but yeah,
All right, Ryan. Thanks for the question.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so I lied. We got one more question, just because he's been waiting, and we ended up redoing one of the calls.
that's fine.
So, Marlon, we're gonna get you in here. Let's see. Oh, what's going on? Oh, he hasn't accepted my contact request. What? Okay, that's pretty weird. All right, well, maybe we won't ask a question then. Okay, well, anyways, guys, that's the end of Q&A. At this time, why don't we do some shout-outs? Slush, if you have any shout-outs you want to give.
Yeah, sure. First of all, Team Rain, awesome team. We have a great pro house. Obviously, I'm gonna boot camp in it because I can't right now. I can't live there
Right.
for family purposes.
Oh, I see. Who's in there right now besides, I think it's what, Axlev and Gix right now?
Yeah, right now it's Axlav Gigs, Frank and Don, which is both our managers, and Inori and Artists they're gonna move as soon as they come to the United States.
Oh, they're going to
And,
actually move in. Oh, that's going to be awesome then.
Yeah, Artist lived there for some months, but
Right.
he had to go back to Korea, visa issue or something. So Team Rain, obviously our sponsors, IGN.com and Razer. Thank you to them, and you can follow me on Twitter. I'm /SC2, and on Twitch TV, Twitch TV//. So
Whoops.
thank you.
I mistyped that. SE2. And your Twitch is, what is it again? It's
Just Slush.
just Slush. All right.
Yeah.
Those links, guys. Yes, definitely follow this guy. Again, it's like a pleasure having you on. Like I said in the beginning, I was, I've been waiting for a while to try to pick, I wanted to pick your brain because, I've watched you in a lot of MLGs and always, kind of wondered what your kind of thought process was with a lot of your builds. So it's really, really cool. I'm really happy. And you're always welcome to be back on the show anytime you want.
Yeah, sure.
Again, for the viewers, if you enjoyed the show, enjoy any of the other projects I do, definitely follow those links right there. The Twitter and the Facebook, and click the follow button on the Twitch. I know I've been saying that a few times during the show. It's it might be kind of annoying, but I just I want to build up the following so that we can get some more people to watch these shows because I think a lot of people would enjoy them. And guys like Slush, having guys like Slush on here and really talking strategy and helping us learn how to play the game better. So again, it's really cool of you. Thank you, and The only thing, let's see, what else do I have to say? Oh, Thursday show. Yeah, Thursday show. Thursday show will be at 1 p.m. Eastern, guys. It's a little bit earlier, and the reason it's earlier is because I have Damaga and White Raw on for best of 7. So they'll, obviously they're in Russia, they're in Ukraine, so it'd be like in the middle of the morning if it was like right now. So we're gonna do that so that they can have a decent time and they can, again, we'll be walking through their play in a best of 7 kind of format. And so that'll be Thursday. VODs will be up for this tomorrow morning. And we're not going to do an after party show tonight, guys, unfortunately. I know a lot of people are sad. But unfortunately, I have some work, kind of emergency work stuff I need to work on. So we will continue the mono battles next show. And yeah, but that's going to be it. All right, I will see you guys later.